Hey everybody, welcome to the Q Up. Today I decided to show you guys all my my soul records. It's actually more like soul with some R&B, some funk, some jazz, but the majority, I guess the majority of the stack here is just mainly soul. So I felt like I haven't done an installment video in a while, so I'm gonna get this out there and see what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoy. It's a nice stack, so I'm just gonna get right through it. This first album is from an artist that actually has been, I guess, more relevant in the last couple years. His name is Aloe Blacc. You may have heard of his some of his music on the radio. He was featured on some like electro dance song. I don't know, but he was actually originally in a hip hop group called Eminem. And my buddy Eric was the one who introduced me to him, and then he released this like soul funk album called Good Things through Stone's Throw, and it's amazing. I can listen to the whole thing from beginning to end, and whenever I can do that, I always encourage people to listen to it. But yeah, this album is just, I had to have it when it came out. I'm looking for some of his hip-hop stuff too, but I don't think there was anything released on vinyl, but I could be wrong. So I'm glad I got this. And I think I have a 7-inch somewhere in my collection too, the Femme Fatale single, which is also great. One of my favorite songs. So check him out, Aloe Blacc. Moving along here, we got Aretha Franklin's Greatest Hits. There you go. And it's off the Atlantic label. You got songs like Spanish Harlem, Baby I Love You, Natural Woman, Do Right Man, Respect, Chain of Fools, which is one of my favorite songs. I was really kind of digging the picture in the front. She's just rocking this crazy dress in the middle of some stairs. But she's Aretha. She can do whatever she wants. Just an amazing, beautiful, soulful voice, you know. And I'm sure you guys know that. I mean, what else can be said about her? And it's a greatest hit, so you know, for $2 I think I got it at the thrift store. So that was a great pickup. So this next album is from an artist that's actually more recent too. I'm talking about Charles Bradley. I really honestly can't tell you how much I appreciate that he makes music, that he exists. There's a documentary on Netflix. I can't remember the title, but it's on there, but trust me. And I'll put it in the description or on the credits so you guys can check it out. The album is called No Time for Dreaming, and this is just awesome picture of him just laying down with a big old smile on his face. The song, The World Is Going Up in Flames, was my introduction to him. And it's actually the same friend, Eric, who got me into Aloe Blacc, got me into him as well. He actually passed over this great like Daptone Gold collection, and oh, it actually comes with a great insert. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's, wow, just slipped out of the sleeve. Forgot that was in there. Should frame it up. But there's him singing, and then there's some more info and another picture of the band. Yeah, his song, that song, The World Is Going Up in Flames, was actually in that mix. And I listened to it like 10 times. Honestly, I could not get enough of that song. I thought it was perfect. And so when the album came out, I pre-ordered it, got it from the label, and it's one of my favorite soul albums, period. When I've seen him perform online, like through some YouTube videos, and he puts so much energy and so much heart and emotion into his performances. He's just all over the place. He's on the ground. He's singing his heart out. I can appreciate that. It actually makes me it makes me tear up, and that's really weird. I guess I just get overwhelmed because I see someone who really just puts something out there and just tries to connect with the audience in a way that maybe they didn't realize. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that is just always appreciated. Give them a listen if you haven't already. Check out the documentary. I'll put up the title in the description. This next album is from one of my favorite groups, and it is the Coasters, and it's got this weird looking psychedelic style like cover. It's actually a gatefold, which I had forgotten. With a lengthy like breakdown of the band from Barry Hansen, who was also known as Dr. Demento. If you know who that is, he's just a famous radio personality. He's released a bunch of albums. I think Weird Al was influenced by him. So these guys, and the reason he's on there, I'm assuming, is because these guys had a lot of fun with their music. They had songs like Yakety Yak, Charlie Brown, one of my favorites, and the reason I wanted to pick this up so bad, Down in Mexico, right here. Side 2, track 2. You got songs like Smokey Joe's Cafe, but Down in Mexico is just a sexy ass song that just sounds so amazing on the record player. I'll probably end up playing it when I'm done making this video. But yeah, can't go wrong with the Coasters. Oh, the reason I even started pulling out all these soul and funk records or whatever was because of the Coasters and their relationship with, what's their name? Jerry Lieber and Mike Stroller. I'm taking a history of rock and roll class, and I learned a lot about those two guys. Some of the most successful and amazing songwriters. They did songs for Elvis, Big Mama Thornton, who else? They were on Atlantic, and they wrote for like just about everybody. So yeah, great songs. It was really cool to kind of see which ones they wrote and kind of listen to them and see if I can figure out if it was or wasn't theirs. Anyways, so greatest hits, can't go wrong with that again. This next group is Confunction. They're funky, I think they're very soulful, and they also seem to have a lot of fun with their music, and I can appreciate that. I mean, just look at this picture. And it looks like they're doing like some of the long exposure photography because they got something going around. At first I thought it was marker, but it's actually a light. So I'm an amateur photographer myself, and I've been messing around with long exposure photography, and seeing that makes me appreciate their music a little more, seeing what kind of taste they have and just creative direction. But yeah, oh, and I believe this is also a gatefold, which actually is pretty interesting if you look at it, right? I mean, what does that look like? But yeah, it is an awesome record. Like I said, just really funky, soulful, and just a fun group to listen to. Moving along, I don't know if you're going to agree with me when I say that this artist is more soul than anything else, but it's Hozier. You may have heard of his music. I'm pretty sure you're probably like bored to death by his Take Me to Church song that's been played on the radio, but he has other songs, believe it or not, and they're actually pretty good. I picked this up because I heard him on the radio like once, and he would be played every once in a while because someone would request it. And so after I heard him on there, I looked him up, and then I was able to hear the song again, and I saw that he had this for sale on his website. It has Take Me to Church EP and From Eden. So he had a couple EPs out there before he got picked up. But the song that I would really recommend you guys check out is on side A of the Take Me to Church EP, and it's Angel of Small Death in the Codeine Sea, which I believe also made it onto his full-length album that he released. But I mean, the reason I say he's soul is because of that voice of his. It's just got so much emotion, and he kind of, I would say he'd be like soul folk type of singer, artist, or whatever, group. But definitely awesome to have this. I'm glad I got it, and definitely worth checking out. Moving along here, this is also another like soul group, but okay, so the group name is Antena, Setenta, which means 70 in Spanish, and they are a Latin soul band from Paris. When I read that, I had to buy it. Plus, the album cover looks pretty awesome, in my opinion. It looks beautiful, and then the back looks pretty cool too. they are exactly what you think they would sound like. This bunch of French dudes playing Latin soul music. They are just, the album is fire. Every song is just great to dance to vibe out to. I like to play this when I just feel like I want to just hang around the house and just vibe out to something that is exciting. It's got a lot to offer, a lot of influence from different genres, and it just blends very nicely. And the album name is Funky Tambao, so check that out. Okay, this next album is my guilty pleasure, and I'm willing to share it. I'm gonna put this out there, and I put her here because I think that she is very soulful, though she is considered to be R&B more than anything. It's gonna be Sade, and this album is Promise. The Sweetest Taboo is my jam. It's the shit. I fucking love that song. This whole album, when I'm feeling, I don't know, I don't want to say sad or like depressed or anything, but when I'm just feeling a certain way, putting this on sort of just begins the healing process. Like I said, guilty pleasure. Moving forward, I got another group that I think is very soulful, but also kind of considered R&B, but not like 90s R&B. Talking like about the Shirelles here. 16 Greatest Hits. Baby It's You is one of my favorite songs of all time, and I love them for just singing it. And this album is just, the cover is awesome. I love that baby blue. The picture looks great. They look awesome. And the way that the yellow and the red on the name. But yeah, Baby It's You is one of my favorites. Foolish Little Girl, Mama Said. I always sing that song because it's always stuck in my head. I just think it's really catchy. But yeah, can't go wrong with the Shirelles. I think out of like the girl groups that they had, and that's what they were called, girl groups, they were probably my favorites. So yeah. And this, okay, here's my last album. I'm done after this one. Random pickup from a thrift store, local thrift store, for $2. I think it's a Japanese like release. It's William Bell. And I think it's Japanese or Chinese. I'm sorry if I sound like an ignorant asshole, but I really don't know the difference. But here's that in the back. Don't mean to be disrespectful. Sorry, but yeah. I listened to this, and You Don't Miss Your Water is one of my favorite songs on the album. You have these horns kind of holding out these long notes, and you have this tenor sax just ripping through it with this amazing, like, just, it's like a jazzy, soulful hit, and kind of funky as well too, but it just balances out so beautifully. And he's a great singer. I actually had no exposure to him before picking this up randomly for $2. And I think it's from Japan, because I think Japan was using these type of outer sleeves where it's like completely made out of plastic, and they stick the like the cover and the back inside, and there was no inner sleeve. It's all plastic. So I think that's why I'm thinking it's from Japan, but I can be wrong. Again, sorry. But yeah, William Bell. I mean, I hope to find more stuff like that. It's kind of cool. My first of that type, so hopefully I'll find more. So that concludes it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got some soul records you'd like to recommend, shoot me a comment, because I'm always looking for more, especially if the singer has that raw and raspy, emotional type of voice. Please let me know. Other than that, thank you for watching. Again, thank you for the subscription, for subscribing, should I say? Subscription, for liking and for commenting. It means the world to me. I'll have more videos coming up, so stay tuned. So yeah, talk to you guys soon. Bye.